Today, I'm turning my boyfriend into my own personal horror movie victim. I got inspired after seeing this trend first from Amelia Barth, and then I watched Obsession, where Nikki had this terrifying Uncanny Valley makeup look on, and it genuinely made me uncomfortable, so obviously I had to recreate it on myself for some reason. First things first, I'm erasing all evidence that I'm a living human being. I covered my face in the palest concealer that I owned because Uncanny Valley people do not have acne or pores. They're perfect. Then I decided to blend it all out until I looked slightly deceased. Then came the contour. The trick is to use a really cool tone shade, not bronzer. So this is the coolest shade that I had. I want that haunted Victorian child look, not just got back from my Cancun trip with Kylie Jenner. So I carved out my cheekbones, my forehead, also my temples and jawline, basically every place that could cast this kind of unsettling shadow. Then I hollowed out my eyes because apparently sleep deprivation is fashionable in the Uncanny Valley community. I also brought that same cool tone shade around my nose to make it look thinner as well, and around my smile lines because smiling with this look is absolutely phenomenal. At this point, my boyfriend accidentally saw me as well and immediately regretted it and left, which was honestly really encouraging. I kept building up the eyeshadows around my temples and my eye sockets because the more your face starts to look anatomically questionable, the better. And then I dusted everything with a really pale powder to blend it all together and make myself look even more less alive. And I blended that out all completely as much as possible. For the lips, which might have been my favorite part, I put concealer all over them to erase all the color, and then I took a cool tone brown liner and extended the corners of my mouth just enough to make your brain go, something's wrong. For the eyes, I added a black shadow right in the center of my lids instead of winging it out. It makes your eyes look weirdly rounded, almost like they're popping out. I used the eyeliner first just to trace it out, and then I went in with the black eyeshadow. Overall, this is exactly the kind of discomfort that I'm aiming for, and I spent way too long kind of blending it out, so let's just pretend that happened instantly. I also experimented with darkening the center of my lips, and I wasn't completely sold on it, and I think I ended up wiping most of it off, but science requires sacrifice. For the eyebrows, I wanted that permanently concerned expression, like I know something you don't, or like I'm about to tell you your phone's at 1%. Also, maybe the Ariana Grande eyebrows, perhaps. Not to hate, but you know what I mean? That kind of concerned expression on your face. Once everything came together, I actually started to scare myself a little bit, but I really loved it, and it meant it was time for the real reason I did this. My horror victim, my boyfriend. My boyfriend was hiding in the bathroom the entire time, so I quietly set the camera up at the end of the creepy hallway at the end and just waited. And when he finally walked out, I sprinted at him to let him know what was actually about to happen. Now, did this improve his race time? Yes. Did he hit his PR? Yes. Did I chase him across the field at the park? Yes. Thomas, you're welcome. This was for science, and I think science prevailed today. Okay. Have a great day. That was the whole entire video. Goodbye.